The stakes are raised significantly in Marshals episode 4 as Kayce Dutton starts to suspect that someone working alongside him may pose a bigger threat than the fugitives his team is pursuing. The new episode begins with mounting tension within the Marshal unit following the startling revelation at the end of episode 3 that federal movements may have been leaked. Suddenly, every procedure is handled carefully, every discussion is measured, and every team member is observed more intently than previously. Kayce is painfully accustomed to the uncertainty. Years spent in a violent realm of Yellowstone have taught him that betrayal doesn't always come from people who are clearly enemies. It usually starts with trusting the wrong person, and episode 4 makes him face that lesson again. This week's main case is about moving a protected witness who is connected to the growing investigation into land corruption. The witness, who used to work as a financial middleman, says they have records that connect several shell companies to illegal land purchases in Montana and Wyoming. If those files get into the hands of federal prosecutors, powerful people could go down. The transport mission is organized in complete secrecy due to the risk. Few marshals are familiar with the route. However, their convoy is ambushed just minutes after they leave. On a remote section of the roadway, a black SUV shows up, prompting the marshals to take rapid defensive measures. As soon as gunfire breaks out, Kayce pulls the witness to cover and plans a counterattack. The scene turns into the season's most dramatic action sequence yet. Kayce demonstrates once more why his field expertise makes him invaluable, as his military instincts fully reappear as he moves with icy precision under duress. However, once the assailants flee, one thing becomes unavoidable. The ambush could only have occurred if a member of the unit had disclosed the precise path. The crew is shattered by that realization. Kayce starts silently observing everyone in his immediate vicinity, searching for hesitancy, discrepancies, or anything that seems off. One senior officer, whose timeline no longer corresponds with the official operation log, is the target of his suspicion. The episode also examines Kayce's inner loneliness. Every setback is more painful without Monica and without family close by. After the mission, he is shown alone in a number of scenes, going over details in his head. He is unable to ignore his instincts, but is also unwilling to trust them. The episode has a more subdued intensity thanks to actor Luke Grimes, particularly when Kayce is silent, but obviously under a lot of internal pressure. Eventually, the witness divulges another crucial detail. One of the identities associated with the land operation has long-standing political ties, including ties to disputes over ranch lands and indigenous land claims. This information suggests that the conspiracy might be even more extensive than the marshals initially thought. In the final moments, Kayce surreptitiously examines internal communication logs and finds a message that was sent from within the unit just prior to the ambush. Although the sender's name is not entirely disclosed, the hint is sufficient to validate his worry. Someone close to them is working behind them. As the episode comes to a close, Kayce is peering across the station floor and aware that his next step might put him in direct opposition to a coworker. Additionally, the next confrontation may compel a man who has already lost nearly everything to determine whether trust is still feasible or if survival requires standing alone once more. Since its inception, Luke Grimes' character, Kayce Dutton, has navigated a complex past while forging a bond with his new U.S. Marshals Division, which includes the seemingly recruited Belle Skinner, portrayed by Ariel Kebbel. However, recent episodes imply that Belle harbors a secretive history linked to the Bozeman community, raising concerns among fans about a potential romance with Kayce. The episode titled Road to Nowhere further explores Belle's mysterious background, revealing her true identity as Isabel Turek, a native of Bozeman. Although Kayce recognized Belle in the series opener, the narrative provides little context about her life prior to joining the Marshals, leaving her and her family's connection to Yellowstone unaddressed. Some fans think that Marshals is putting the two in an intriguing situation that might eventually develop into a romantic relationship because of their brief upfront interaction and their shared struggles to prevent their teammates from delving too deeply into their personal family histories. These are potential pitfalls of introducing a romantic subplot between characters Kayce and Belle in a television series. It argues that Kayce, after the loss of his wife Monica, should focus on personal growth and rebuilding his relationship with his son Tate rather than seeking new romantic interests. Furthermore, the narrative emphasizes Belle's dedication to her family, showcasing her efforts to balance her demanding job with her responsibilities as a mother and wife. The commentary suggests that introducing a romantic angle with Kayce would not only feel contrived, but could also undermine Belle's character development, leading her to replicate the struggles faced by her current partner, Cal. The overall suggestion is that the show should steer clear of this romantic pairing to preserve character integrity and narrative depth. Marshals has not yet made any commitments regarding the relationships between its characters, though evident parallels in their challenging pasts could lead to complications as they grow closer. In such intimate professional dynamics, strong attachment bonds often develop, driven by mutual trust. The narrative suggests that, with at least one party unrestrained, the storyline could evolve into something similar to a traditional horse opera like Yellowstone. Some fans seem to echo this sentiment, but this does not preclude the possibility of a close relationship or intersecting storylines between characters Kayce and Belle, even if a romantic relationship is not desired. Actress Ariel Kebbel provided some knowledgeable analysis of Belle and Kayce's relationship. From the start, there's an unspoken connection between the two, Kebbel writes. Both fear letting the guard down too much. Belle quickly respects Kayce's judgment after learning about his experience as a Montana livestock commissioner and a Navy SEAL. Furthermore, since the Dutton family is still infamous in Montana, she is aware that he experiences the same pressures from families that she does as a Turek, though we're not exactly clear what that means yet. The program might have something intriguing with these characters if Marshals focuses on their shared past, the battle of familial expectations, the reputation that comes with growing up in Big Sky country and coming from a wealthy family. Furthermore, Kayce, who understands the pain of losing family members, could assist Belle as she balances her duties as a U.S. Marshal, wife, and mother. While he lacks direct experience as a parent, his perspective on life's transience and Belle's existing trust in him may lead to a unique, platonic friendship. Their shared parenting challenges could provide a source of entertainment during their work together. However, it is hoped that the show Marshals will avoid introducing an unnecessary romantic subplot too early in the narrative, as it is still establishing its direction. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. See you in the next review.